Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review, we're going to be looking at the Transformers Age of the Primes. This is Autobot Red Alert from the Armada universe. So, in this video, what we're going to do, we're going to unbox him in a second, have a look at the entire contents of the packaging. We're going to have a look at how he displays and indeed sizes up against some of the already previously updated Armada toys, as well as bringing in some of the other figures from other toy lines to give you an idea. And unfortunately, as I don't actually own the original figure, I do have, for a bit of a joke, the McDonald's toy version of him. We can have a quick look at him compared to that. So as I start to move all these out of the way, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. And also to thank Indemand Toys and Hasbro UK for the use of this figure to do the review on it. So let's first and foremost look at the packaging, because I really like this new packaging. I like the box, like the fact that the artwork they've still kept, which is beautiful. Of course, we've got the windows back, which is fantastic. And it looks like he's going to take 22 steps to transform. Now, if you've watched me on this channel for quite some time, you will know, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you anyway, that the Armada universe, pretty much the Unicron trilogy, in all honesty, is a bit of a big black hole in my Transformers knowledge. So this is where I ask you for your help. If I get anything wrong, please let me know in the comments, and that way that will help me to learn about them. So I already know, obviously, that we haven't got the mini cons with these, and I know that's upset quite a few people, but I wouldn't put it past us getting exactly that, a mini con pack, a bit like maybe a cassette pack, or indeed like we got in the War for Cybertron trilogy when we got the bonus accessories pack. I think it came with the Centurion drone in that particular, whichever, it was the droid, wasn't it? We did get an accessories pack, so I wouldn't put it past us getting one of them in the future. So Voyager class figure, quite a bit of space there, but that does feel quite weighty. Oh, we've got some new tissue paper. It's still Autobot logo, no Decepticons, but that is definitely new. And yeah, there's nothing else there, so what I need to do is set him free from there and come straight back to you. So there he is, set free from the packaging, and I've got these bits out of the tissue paper as well. There's a few things here, and I'm pretty sure by the looks of him there's something that we need to do. Yeah, there you go. You've got the instructions. When you take them fresh out of the box, we need to, of course, fold up the side parts of the door. Yep, that looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Bring that around, and then that now means, of course, that we can correct, there we go, the orientation of the arms. Also, by the looks of it, yeah, these heel sprues are going to come out as well. Let's see if I can just turn them out. This is the only negative. If you haven't got any nails, it's you know, sometimes quite difficult, but that's all figures. That's just not this one. That's all figures in general. Right, so we've got him outside of the packaging, we've set him free. Let's do some first impressions, and as I said, completely new I suppose, yeah, opinion from myself, because I don't know much about this particular character. Right, so head sculpt looks fantastic. That is really good. Looks to me, I'm pretty sure we're going to have some, we have got some light piping there. Now you can't tell, unfortunately. Let's do this, turn the light off quickly. Yeah, there you go. You can see the light piping now behind his eyes. I love the fact that we seem to have got quite a bit of light piping back all of a sudden. Just for something, for whatever reason it is, I know it's just silly. I know it's indeed in some cases just quite trivial, but for me, absolutely love it. It reminds me, of course, of the later tail end of Generation 1 figure. So head sculpt is fantastic. Arms, even with this bit folded up, will go all the way around unrestricted. You've got your swivel at the top of the shoulder. You've got your bicep flexion there. Looks like a double bicep flexion, to be honest. Yep, there you go. Now, there's no hand on this, so I presume we can stick one of these accessories in. Let's have a look on the back which one it's choosing. So it's choosing this one by the looks of it. So we've got this one here. There we go. We've got this one. We've got a double barrel one, or like a pincer grabber, I think that is. We'll have a look at that in more detail in a second. So that can go in there. So that's the arms. They look good. The waist does swivel round. Even with all this on the back, it'll swivel all the way around, no problem. Legs will kick all the way to the front past the point of the splits. Slightly hindered at the back, but of course you can see you can maneuver this slightly out of the way if you wanted to. So it is a bit of kibble, but it's quite slender. It's quite streamlined. It's not too bad. It could portray, in fact, I haven't even got it in. There you go. Look how flat that's made it now. That's a lot better. You've got a thigh cut swivel as well as a, where's the knee bend? Is the knee bend there? Oh, the knee bend's really low down. So that's pretty much near enough by the shin. And I've just put the heel in again by accident. I'll leave that there for now. You've got the ankle tilt, yes, rock, and of course this will tap up and down as well. Nice detail on the front, headlights, the grille. That's actually translucent plastic as well. That's not painted. That's a lovely little touch that we've got there. And then, even though I haven't got the heel out, he holds himself up no problem. This, by the looks of it, is, yes, going to go underneath here. Yep, there we go. It can also be a weapon as well, but we'll look at that in the later parts of the video. So I imagine that'll go there. And of course, by the looks of it, it'll come all the way. Yes, there you go. It'll come all the way over. Overall, it looks good. Just in case anybody's wondering about this here, the reason why they can't do this anymore is because the red cross is a very heavily trademarked, exactly that, I suppose, logo, icon, etc. That's why with Ratchet we don't get the red crosses anymore. We just get like the Autobot sort of logo looking like a red cross, but you can tell what it is anyway. As far as first impressions go though, guys, this guy looks good. Right, let's get him in the alternate mode and see what he looks like there. So we're back and he's in his alternate mode. Apologies for no transformation process on this video. I'm sure you've already noticed I've already uploaded a separate tutorial, and the main reason for that is to not spoil it for people and also to keep the main length of this video down. So alternate mode looks really good, to be honest. It's nice and compact. It is very compact. In fact, there's no gaps pretty much at all on the underside. And the really clever thing as well is all of the weapons and all of the accessories are stored and attached to the inside of the vehicle, which I'm going to show you in a second. But before we have a quick look at all that, let's just do a very quick couple of few, I suppose, size comparisons. That's your Earthrise Optimus. There is your, of course, Deluxe Jazz. Got a Deluxe Jeep from the crossovers. Just because he's here, might as well have a quick look at him. And we've got a G1 Optimus Prime as well. So overall, as I say, not like a huge Voyager, let's be honest. It doesn't look like to be a huge Voyager, but as I say, what I want to get across is the fact that he does feel weighty and he does feel really robust. What I do want to show you is that on the back of this, I'm going to pretty much end up taking him new enough all apart. But on the inside of the one leg there is one of the accessories, which is stored away neatly. On the inside of that leg there is the other red accessory, stored away neatly. And then on the underside of this completely is the third accessory, all stored away neatly. So I do like the fact that you can do that. It is a bit of a bonus because there's nothing worse than if you wanted to play around with it, have it on display and stuff, and then, you know, you don't want to lose the accessories or have a box of accessories. The fact that you can do that is brilliant. The only sort of downside is if you wanted to use this, you can't really attach anything to it unless, of course, you've got other weapons, other accessories. But to be honest, you can just put a blast effect straight into that if you wanted to. In which I think that, to be honest, looks kind of cool, actually. I think that just sort of works. And because none of the others really have much to attach to these, you have got the 5mm ports. So if you did want to, you can bring in, you know, loads of other people's accessories if you wanted to. It just depends which ones you've got. You can pop these in. Will that fit? Yep, that'll fit on the side. It'll fit on there. So again, if you wanted to, you can have a real good play around with all of the accessories, with attaching things to it, with putting blast effects, etc. on. It just tends to really work. Again, the translucent red, I think, and it works really nice. I know, again, there's no I suppose lights and sound, and of course we already pre-mentioned the mini cons, but as I say, don't be surprised if we don't see them in the future at some point. I like the translucent red. There's no visible head, there's no hands or anything. It just works for a bit of fun. Here is the McDonald's version of this particular figure. Yeah, that's you can see where they've got the, I'm not going to say the homage from this, but you can see, I suppose, all the same ideas with it. Right, to be honest, as I said, I don't think there's much more to say about this. I'm just looking to see if I can work out if I can attach anything else to all this. It would be quite interesting just to see if you could. But to be honest, yeah, I suppose of course you can. It's a 5mm port. There's something on there, so you could if you wanted to. I've actually got a G1 Target Master here, which would still fit. It shows how long they've been using 5mm, I suppose, accessory ports for, doesn't it? Because it will work that way, and it would work this way, which of course means that it will work the same for the new ones as well. So there you go. That is pretty much all there is to say about this particular mode. Let's come back for the final time in the robot mode and get a few more comparisons and bring out a few more of the newer updated Armada figures as well. So we're back for the final time with him in his robot mode, and I think we definitely have to copy this artwork here. So with these ones, that's got the single and that's got the triple blaster. So I'm going to go with the single one, and I'm going to copy that picture right there. Again, loving the fact that it's translucent plastic. This, I imagine, is going to come straight over the top, and then we can put the triple blaster in that, like so. Let's have a look at what else we've got on the back. What's he doing on the back? He isn't holding any of his other accessories, to be honest. I also noticed on the transformation that this moves around, but it doesn't really serve much of a purpose. You know, like Jazz, where you can change the orientation and display either way. With this, it doesn't really do anything. It will move, but it doesn't affect anything at all, shall we say. Right, you can, and because it's here, I might as well show you. You can, of course, put any weapons and accessories in to his hands. You've got the very, very standard 5mm hole, handle, etc. Is this going to fit on there? Yep, so you can also put these on. Again, blast effect, fully compatible. We've also got this bit, which at the moment I don't really know where to put, if I'm being super honest. What you could do, of course, is swap it in and out with the hands, which I suppose is the main purpose and main function of it. But again, if you didn't want to, you could store this in the back right under there. It fits inside there, but I'm not going to store it there for the purpose of the video. You can also as well fold this down, and of course, if you wanted to, you could pop it in there if you did also want to. The other thing that you can do as well is separate that. And then, to be honest, I've just seen this in the instructions. This can also now be used as a weapon as well. So a handheld weapon, shall we say. So that will fit into the hand. Oh, I'm knocking everything off. But there you go. You've got another display idea. And again, great for photos and all that. To be honest, there isn't really much more to say about him as a figure, as a toy. As I say, you're hopefully getting the gist that this my particular copy anyhow is very stiff, so it's very robust, very chunky. Let's do this quickly first and foremost. So these are the Age of the Primes Voyagers currently. At the time of making this video, I think we got wave 1 and wave 2 here. I think Red Alert and Prima were the first wave, and then of course Skybite and Heatwave were wave 2, but I can't fit them in. I need to move these all over. You've got a complete huge contrast there. All of these are the same price point. All of these are Voyagers, so you can really see a big difference there in toys, let's be honest. Right, let's move these out of the way. Let's do the standard, which I seem to be doing quite a lot of on here, Prime comparisons. And the reason I do the Prime comparisons is I know they're different toy lines, I know they're different, sometimes even different companies, but let's be honest, most people have at least one Optimus Prime. So if this gives you an idea of how big this figure is, then the point of this, you know, that's it. That's the main point of it. If this is going to give you an idea of how big it is, it'll work for you. So we've got Deluxe Legacy G1, but it's of course the reissue, Earthrise, but it's the Netflix, Commander Class, TF1, and then this one, funnily enough, if he's going to fit there, that's just your Siege mold, but of course in the Nemesis colors. Finally, a little Core Class. So there you go. In fact, yep, as I say, not always just these. That's New Age. If you collect New Age, there is your quick Prime comparisons. That should give you an idea. I missed out one. Got Jinrai from the Masterpiece line as well. So there you go. That should definitely be giving you an idea of how big this particular figure is. But what I want to do, and this is also just for me, as I say, because I'm getting used to learning about all of these figures. Let's bring in the updated Armada figures. And again, if I get any of these wrong, like I put Shadow Striker in as RID, which obviously was a mistake in the last video, let me know. As I say, I'm learning, same as you guys. I think we're always learning with Transformers, to be fair, because there's always so many different figures coming out, and with so many different toy lines crossing over, even the most diehard fan would be struggling, you would think, to keep up with all of the different toy lines, continuities, etc, that they just keep plucking from, which I think is fantastic. I'm sure I counted up 18 different toy lines was used during Legacy, and as I say, we're only just into Age of the Primes, and we're already into so many different ones already. So that is fantastic. That isn't even going to be able to be seen. I thought I'd go with that one rather than the so if that's the wrong toy line, apologies, but I just prefer the blue compared to the normal Armada Starscream. That's why I've put Super Starscream there. So there you go, guys. There he is. He fits in well with them, I think, in all aspects, as in, oh, I'm knocking things over, with regards to colour, with regards to stature, etc. You let me know what you think in the comments. There he is. This is Armada Red Alert for Age of the Primes. Thanks for watching. Take care.